So it looks like the very first screenshot of Obsidian's Avowed just leaked out online, so let's have a look. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm sure you've heard of Avowed, a new game, a new RPG by Obsidian Entertainment that was announced 2 or 3 years ago, and you're actually looking at trailer of that game. This is a CGI trailer, so it's not really representative of the graphics or of the game, per se. I mean, it gives you an idea, what sort of setting this game is going to be and stuff, right? But we may actually just got our very first graphics, a very first screenshot from that game, and that's very exciting, to be honest with you. I mean, Avowed is supposed to come out next year. Apparently, that's the rumor. But I mean, with all these delays lately and stuff, I mean, nobody really knows for sure, but let's assume it's a 2023 title. So without any further ado, let's check the screenshot. So this is it. This is the very first screenshot of Avowed. Now, of course, it's not really of a very high quality, so bear that in mind. But and also, it's worth mentioning that this is a very early. This is a screenshot from a very early build. Now, what's interesting is that first off, Jez Corden was asked on Twitter whether this is true or not. And he did reply saying that, he said, but then again, somebody started, poking him again about it, and did ask whether or not somebody will actually lose his job over that leak. And Jez basically said that not really, because it's actually a very old picture, right? A very old screenshot, right? So looks like it's from a very early build. And, obviously I wouldn't really focus much on the graphics per se, because, this game is still in development, but I guess it's more about the aesthetic and, the feel for the game. It's going to be more colorful, I think, more than Skyrim, because a lot of people actually compare this game to like Skyrim sometimes, right? And looks like it's just like Jez Corden said on many occasions, Avowed is like Skyrim but more colorful, and I guess that's what we're actually getting here, right? And the lighting kind of looks cool, to be honest with you, even though it's a very early build. Now, I want to show you something real quick. Like, if you look at this, main character's hands and these, I don't know what that is, like these circle kind of things, I guess some sort of like a magic rings, let's call them for now. If we actually check the trailer, just around this, actually, is it now? No, we just missed it. I just missed it. Look at it now. There we go. The very same. Let's look at it again. Now, see? The very same rings. Now, obviously, this is a CGI, right? But it kind of, it just goes to show that that picture that I just showed you, right, seems to be legit. Like, even though it may be from a very early build, we are getting pretty much the same, the very same kind of rings, right? Look at that. Like, they look, not necessarily the same, but very similar, right? So it's kind of cool, right? Guys, it really looks like this is the very first graphics screenshot from Avowed. And that kind of gets me a little bit excited, even more excited about this game. Now, obviously, we still don't know much about the game per se, so there's still a lot of to be learned about this title. But I guess, like, look again, the same circles, right? Magic circles, like when they cast a spell or something like that. And also, it's worth mentioning, actually, let me actually hide the camera for now. So now you can see, like, you know, seems like there's going to be, you will be able to cast magic spells from like both hands, just like in this screenshot over here, right? Over there, over here. And then at the same time, you've got this where you can wield a weapon in one hand and cast magic spells in the other one, with the other one, right? So that's kind of cool, I guess, right? So yeah, guys, this is Avowed, and it's looking good to me, to be honest with you. I'm kind of hyped about this game even more now. Now, obviously, this game is not coming anytime soon, not this year. Potentially next year, but this is just a rumor. We don't really know. And Jess Corden was actually asked about it on Twitter as well, and he said he don't know the timelines for that, so he don't know when that game is actually coming out. There's been some rumors. I think Jeff Grubb spoke about Avowed being a 2023 title. So if Starfield released early 2023, I guess there is a room for Avowed coming out like late 2023 or early 2024. But either way, we're still probably talking about looking at least 1 year wait for that title. So it is what it is. But Obsidian is a very good developer. They are releasing the Pentiment, which is actually coming out very soon, literally. Is it next month, right? I think it's coming out in November. The Pentiment is a very small title made by a very small team within the Obsidian Entertainment. So a very unique title. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of this kind of art style and stuff, right? But I'm sure I will give this game a try anyway. It's going to be on Game Pass. Apparently, it's a very good game, from what I've heard. And well, to be honest with you, do you actually remember any bad Obsidian game lately? Not really. I mean, the last one, I guess, was the Alpha Protocol, but the problem with that game was, just like with Fallout New Vegas and KOTOR 2, the game was actually pretty good and is actually pretty good, but it was actually quite poor technically. So there was a lot of bugs. That was the main issue with that game. Alpha Protocol I'm talking about, of course. But I guess we can actually say pretty much the same about Fallout New Vegas and KOTOR 2. Like, the games were great. It just, you know, the Obsidian back in these days, like, these were not their IPs. And I think that's very true for Alpha Protocol, because the Sega actually published it. So yeah, they were not given actually enough time to actually, you know, optimize and polish the game. And previous games as well, like Fallout New Vegas was made like in 2 years, I think, or something like that. So very quick turnaround, I guess. So yeah, that's why we got so many bugs back then. But anyway, guys, enough of me talking about Obsidian. Avowed is coming at some point in the future, that's for sure. It's an RPG from Obsidian Entertainment, of course, and I cannot wait. So guys, that's the video. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks for support. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care.